That confirms it. Momo is a chubby cat. Don't you just want a man who can make paper swans fly like that? Isn't that everyone's dream? Oh, I can actually enter friends. Guys, we can be friends. Welcome back everyone, or welcome in if you're new. I'm Kaz, and today we're taking a look at Infinity Nikki together to see what it's all about, show off some gameplay, and give you my first impressions. I've been super excited to play this, so without further ado, let's get started. So I've just finished a tutorial and there was a lot of different cutscenes in there. It just ran you through the basic controls of the game and introduced you to the idea of ability outfits. But I didn't want to show it to you because obviously I don't want to spoil anything. Definitely has nothing to do with the fact that I recorded a black screen by accident. But anyway, here we are. Basically, Nikki's just been thrown into this world and she's discovered that she is a stylist. There seems to be a lot of different stylist skills and we're starting off in Flourish Guild. So the overall gameplay loop is collecting whim stars from around the world through exploring, solving puzzles, or completing platforming challenges. You can actually use Momo's view and track nearby stars and then go and collect them. Then once you've got a few stars, you can open up the Heart of Infinity, which is basically like a skill tree, and use the whim stars to unlock new ability outfits. The first one you get is the blue floating one. There's a purification outfit which is for combat, an outfit for animal grooming, bug catching, fishing, and a whole lot more. You can unlock other outfit pieces and customise Nikki's hair, clothes, shoes, accessories, and literally whatever else you can think of. And I just have to say, look at how stunning the outfits are. The detail on every single piece I've seen is just phenomenal, and you can certainly tell that there's been a lot of time spent designing each item. Anyway, you can save up to 4 outfits as presets and switch between them whenever you like. The world is absolutely huge, and I was finding all sorts of resources literally everywhere I looked. The resources that you collect are then used to craft your ability outfits through the sketch menu, and the ability outfits allow you to collect new resources and progress the story and so on. You'll also find lots of these bling stars when you're running around, so collect all of them because they are the main currency in the game, and you'll use them to purchase items from the shops in the game. For example, you can visit the boutique and use your bling stars to buy clothing items which each have a different property, like fresh or cute. And apparently you'll get quests where you have to style people using these items, so it's a good idea to pick up a wide range of styles. I keep getting surprised over and over with how beautiful everything is, and I love that we can change Nikki's hairstyle and makeup too. I forgot to mention, but we're starting off in Flourish, which is only one part of the world. There's also Breezy Meadow, Stoneville, Wishing Woods, and I think a couple more. There's quite a detailed map which you can use to track places or leave markers, and you can also view your collections to see resources, bugs, fish, etc. Then once you have collected enough of one item, you'll unlock a more precise tracker, meaning finding those rare resources will be that little bit easier. While following the main story quests, I came across my very first styling challenge against another stylist faction called the Ebony Scissors. The theme of this styling challenge is stylishly cool, and the recommended theme was using cool clothes. There's also an accessory limit as well as your styling score. I found it easiest to filter everything in my wardrobe using the theme filter, so I could see which pieces fit the brief the most at the top. Then if you look at the details of an item, you'll see a letter rank and a score for each property. So for this challenge, I needed to use cool themed items, so I went through each section of clothing and picked out the highest scoring cool item I could find. You can also equip Eurekas to enhance an outfit and add an effect to your head, hands or feet. Again, these each have different properties and scores, so pick whichever one is right for your challenge. Mine weren't actually that good for a cool theme, but I used them anyway because they still give even a small score boost. Once you're happy with your outfit, press confirm and admire your beautiful creation. Okay, I'll admit, this outfit isn't great, but I still nailed the brief and got a perfect score. You can look at your score details to see where you gained the most or least points, and maybe make a note of new clothing pieces to purchase. From getting a perfect score, I learned an outfit piece for a new set as well as some diamonds and shiny bubbles. As you would expect, the rewards you earn will vary based on your styling score. I found this challenge pretty easy, but it was the first one, so I imagine they'll get tougher as we go through. Then after completing the challenge, I unlocked the styling factions as a tab in my pair pal, and I thought that this was a really cool feature. It allows you to see all the factions in each map area and gives you information on each faction member that you need to defeat before taking on the leader. However, you don't automatically know who the leader is, and you'll need to gather clues that become available after certain conditions are met. I assume once you've beat all the leaders of the factions, you'll be able to challenge the Sovereign to earn Sovereign medals, which can be exchanged for rare materials at the Stylist Guild. So far, I've found a huge range of quests and activities to do, and honestly, I'm finding it hard to focus on just one thing because I'm getting distracted by everything around. There's the main story quests, which have 8 chapters currently, and they are filled with fully voice acted cutscenes for you to enjoy. I think it's likely they'll add more chapters when they release the first major update, but so far I've been pretty invested in the story and I'm really enjoying the range of cutscenes and humour. There's world quests that you'll discover that are related to the warp spires, which by the way, if you don't know, the warp spires are fast travel points that you can teleport to once you've activated them. I've also run into loads of random quests which will pop up if you're in range, and these are normally pretty quick and easy quests for some rewards. The last tab on the quest list is the exclusive quests, and I'm sorry but I have no idea what they are or how to start them, so if anyone knows then please put them in the comments. Anyway, Mirrorland is full of activities to do. I've spent a lot of time collecting resources, but also things like bug catching, animal grooming and fishing, because you'll need the materials you get from those to craft outfits too. Now I know fishing can be a bit of a sensitive topic, but you'll be pleased to know that I think the fishing minigame is actually a lot of fun. Once you've unlocked the fishing ability outfit, you can search around lakes or rivers for a fishing spot and look for the ripple in the water. Cast your fishing rod, wait for something to bite, and then move the rod in the opposite direction of the fish's movement in order to deplete its stamina. When it's fully drained, quickly spam the reel in button to move the progress bar that's at the top of the screen. For the rarer fish, they'll gradually regain stamina, so you'll probably have to repeat the process multiple times, but compared to other fishing minigames we've seen, I'm very happy with this one. While running around the world, I've already found absolutely loads of interactable items. If you like the lore behind games, then you'll spend a lot of time reading because there are so many letters, signs and books that are all sitting around. I've also found some minigames to try where you pay 100 bling to participate and can earn 10 diamonds for completing it. You'll only earn diamonds from completing it for the first time, but repeat plays will still reward you with some bling. There's also a photo mode, and not only is it used to take beautiful photos of Nikki's outfits, but there's also quests that involve taking a picture of something in particular. I cannot believe the amount of settings and options there are to choose from in here. You can change the focal length, rotation and aperture, as well as adding filters and effects or even changing the lighting. Nikki has loads of poses to choose from even at the start of the game, and you can pause at a specific point in a pose animation to capture that perfect moment. There's also some really handy toggles like turning off Eurekas or NPCs so they don't get in the way of your picture. And there's even an option to hide Nikki if you want to take a picture of something else. I am in no way a photographer, so I'm sorry if I'm offending you with some of these settings, but please feel free to drop any tips you have in the comments below. Once I took a couple pictures, I received a text from a photographer telling me that I had unlocked the Expedition Handbook. Honestly, with the amount of stuff that's already in the game, I was really surprised when I saw this too. It's like a scrapbook full of locations for you to visit, and apparently if you visit all of the spots, you'll get a mysterious encounter. I'm not sure if you have to take a photo while you're there or if just visiting will mark it off, but I'll probably take pictures anyway. Another thing I found and want to mention is Momo's scrapbook, which is literally the cutest thing ever. So as you're busy working your way through the story, Momo is taking your photo and adding it to his scrapbook with a little entry about what you guys were up to. Mine isn't very full at the minute, but I'm working on it and I think it's going to be so lovely to look back through the pictures once I get a bit further in. Infinity Nikki has taken inspiration from games like Breath of the Wild and Super Mario, and I really love the platforming and puzzle aspect to the game. The whim stars that you need to collect are often in out of reach places, and may require some creative thinking in order to obtain them. I've also found some whim star challenges where you need to follow a route and pick up all of the lookalike stars before getting the real whim star at the end. And there's some really creative methods like animal grooming or bug catching that's required to transform a creature into a Whimstar. While exploring, you'll find portals that you can travel through to complete Curio Domain challenges in order to obtain a Whimstar. There's a few of these scattered around throughout each region and they all have a different puzzle or platforming challenge for you to complete. When you obtain the electrician outfit, there's a mini puzzle each time you try to fix something. You need to rotate the black squares to align the wires so the current can travel between the 2 points. This quest was also the first time that I entered a sort of dungeon-like level, where the number of whim stars and inspiration I could find were tracked on the top right of my screen. And at the end, I had to outsmart the big fish boss by avoiding her bubbles. Once I completed the level, I was able to enter the realm of Eureka at the Warp Spire and attempt the Well of Fortune trial. It was basically a timed run where I had to collect 20 Eureka shards as fast as possible, and at the end I could infuse vital energy to get rewards. All of the rewards seem to be related to Eurekas, and you can go back and do it later on a harder difficulty once you're a higher level. I'm still not 100% sure what Eurekas do except look cool. I know you can upgrade them or change their colour, but I don't know if they give you some sort of bonus or something, so please let me know if you figured it out. Anyway, I think it's time to talk about a very important aspect of the game that I know some people, myself included, have been a bit apprehensive about. So, while Infinity Nikki is a free-to-play game, it does rely on microtransactions to fund it, which can potentially affect our experience as players. There are a lot of currencies you'll be introduced to which can be very overwhelming at first, but the blue star currency called Stellarites is the only paid currency. These can be used to purchase a few outfits outright, but they are purely cosmetic and don't offer any gameplay advantage. Or you can convert the Stellarites to diamonds and purchase resonance shards, which I'll talk a bit more about in a second. Alternatively, you can buy packs either directly with money or with the Stellarites, and these will also contain resonance shards. So, the resonance is the gacha system, and to put it bluntly, yes, it's gambling. Each resonance crystal is one draw for a chance at a rare outfit piece, and you need all 9 pieces to complete the outfit. However, the game encourages you to use 10 at once because then you're guaranteed a piece that's 4-star or higher. It also looks like these outfits are time limited, which is going to add to that FOMO feeling. And while the outfits technically don't affect your gameplay, some of them can be used as alternative ability outfits. For example, this Blooming Dreams outfit is listed as floating, so if you complete the set then you can make it your default outfit when using the floating ability. I actually unlocked the full set of the Flowing Colours outfit, and now I can paint graffiti anywhere in the world, which looks really cool, but again, it doesn't affect my gameplay or my game progression, which is a good thing because we all hate pay-to-win games, right? But don't worry, because you can also earn these resonance shards by playing for free. Lots of quest rewards, challenges, or chests you find around the world contain diamonds which can be used to purchase shards. Another positive is that any duplicate items you draw from resonating will earn you tranquility droplets, which you can save up for more crystals or exchange for resources. Although I probably wouldn't bother with that because I think the crystals are worth way more. The final thing you can do is use the Ocean's Blessing to wish for a specific outfit piece, which you're guaranteed to get within 5 5-star drops. Since Infinity Nikki released, there have been absolutely loads of codes released which you can redeem for resources, diamonds, and shards. There's too many for me to put all on the screen, but I've put all of them so far in the description box down below. It's definitely worth joining their Discord and keeping an eye on the Redeem Codes channel so you don't miss out on any codes, because some of them have expiry dates. If you don't know, you can redeem your codes in-game by going to the settings, across to other, and down to redeem code. You may also have some gifts waiting for you in your mailbox which you can check by going to your PayPal and clicking on the mail icon at the bottom. Both the codes and the gifts are how I earned so many diamonds and was able to do so many resonance draws. But I just want to remind everyone, like it says in the store, budget wisely. I know they make it so tempting to spend a load of money, but just remember that the game can be played completely free with no disadvantages and no locked content. But if you have any questions, then of course please drop them in the comments and I'll try my best to answer them. Now, I think this brings us on nicely to my final thoughts about Infinity Nikki so far. It's being labelled as the coziest open world game, and I actually think it's doing a really good job of living up to that title. I've been pleasantly surprised all the way through with the sheer amount of content, quests, and variety of things to do to keep you busy. I'm definitely engaged in the story, and the fully voice acted cutscenes are really enjoyable. I'm playing on PC but using an Xbox controller, and I think the controls feel very natural and easy to use. Except this one page on the events tab, which is really annoying. But for me, the game runs very smoothly with only occasional lag, and I don't think I've run into any bugs so far. And I know I keep saying it, but the details on the outfits are the best I have ever seen. They look fantastic against the backdrop of such a beautiful world, and resource gathering never feels like a chore because I'm enjoying my surroundings so much. As for the microtransactions, I don't feel like they get in the way, and they aren't shoved in your face like some other games. Sure, I probably would have preferred to buy the game from the start, but to be fair, with this price model, the developers should have a relatively consistent stream of income, which I'm hoping will mean we'll get updates and new content fairly regularly. Also, I've had the theme tune stuck in my head since it released, please send help. Overall, I'm actually very addicted to Infinity Nikki, and I think it's got a lot of potential to be one of the best games this year. I would definitely recommend downloading it and at least giving it a try, because since it's free, it doesn't even matter if you don't like it. So that wraps up the video for today, but don't go anywhere because I have an important announcement for you. TinyBuild have very kindly given me a game for potion craft to celebrate its major Enchanted Garden update. Therefore, I will be hosting a giveaway in my Discord server a bit closer to Christmas, so make sure you join and enter for the chance to win. Also, there's some super lovely people in here, so why not join the community? Anyway, thank you all for watching today, and I'll see you soon.